Umpires Michael Caminita, Jeff Nettles, and Dustin Wright. Mr. Caminita, the field is yours.
All right, and welcome back to field number 9 here at Tinsley Athletic Complex in Bossier City, Louisiana. We have got a AAA 10U World Series baseball game between you. We're down to 4 teams in this tournament, and we have got the undefeated Texas team out of Longview, Texas, just across the border there, about an hour away. They are 4-0 in bracket play, and they're the home team today in Mississippi out of Hattiesburg. These young men come into this one 3-1, looking to stave off elimination and play again with a chance to win this tournament either a little later today or tomorrow. I'm not sure how the tiebreakers are going to shake out. The AAA have been covering Ozone this week. My name is Frank Sides with Texarkana and Longview Game Day in conjunction with DYB, bringing you the Diamond Youth Baseball World Series. And my day job is to cover Longview High School athletics. So these young men, I know their parents, their brothers, their family, and they're used to hearing my voice, and I'll be calling their high school games in 6 or 7 years from now. So I'm going to refer to them as Lobos a few times. Is what it is. Pitcher for Texas, Malik McLean on the mound. Defense behind him out in left field. Sutton Cates, center field. Kyron Goff over in right field. We've got Jude Holder. Shortstop is Justice Dean. Over at third is Aranda. Second base is Johnny Escamilla. And at first base is Brady Holden. Behind the plate is Tanner Tyson. We appreciate you tuning in. It's the first time of many I'm going to ask you to click share. It's 9 o'clock in the morning on a Tuesday. I know a bunch of you just got to work. And if you're anything like me, you're not going to do anything for the next hour, so you might as well watch this game on your phone. And leading off for Mississippi is going to be Dallas Richardson, the second baseman. He's wearing number 27. Both teams in white today. Texas trimmed in blue and red. Mississippi trimmed in baby blue. And it looks like we are ready to roll here as Richardson steps into the box. Umpire gives him the signal to roll. And here we go. First pitch to Richardson from McLean. And it bounces in there. Ball number 1. This is the 10U AAA league. So these players are 9 and 10 with a couple exceptions when birthdays fall and all that good stuff, but it's irrelevant at this point. Here we go. The 1-0 coming from McLean. That floats high. All right, and just like the Ozone level, we're going to play 6 today. 3-0 now. Texas comes into this one 4-0 in elimination play. Beat Louisiana 7-6, South Carolina 7-0, Alabama 5-4, and Florida 5-4. As Richardson waits on the 3-0. And he takes a strike. Had the take sign all the way. This Texas team managed by Bobby Dean, assistants Jesse Aranda and Johnny Escamilla. 3-1 pitch coming to Richardson. Hit hard into left field. Left fielder's over, and Richardson makes a wide turn, but he's going to stay at first with a leadoff single. Young man worked a favorable count and lined a single into left field. Hard hit ball. So a leadoff man on now for Mississippi. And Brendan Brunner, the catcher, steps in with a man on first. No leads in this division. And didn't need a lead there as the wild pitch advances Richardson down to second base in scoring position. And a reminder, after every 2 innings, we'll have a 5-minute hydration break for obvious reasons. And if I need to state those obvious reasons, I will. It's Louisiana, and it's August. So Brunner ahead 2-0, and early in this one, McLean's having a little bit trouble finding his release point, and on cue, Coach Bobby Dean's going to go out and talk to his young starter. And from the Mississippi side of things, they are 4-2. I'm sorry, 3-1 in bracket play. We got here via a win 9-4 in round one. Then they beat Virginia 6-0. Lost to South Carolina, who is currently in an elimination game on the other fields, 9-4. And beat Louisiana 4-2. Two-0 pitch coming. That's a little breaking ball. And it catches the plate. It is 2-1 now. Swung on and missed. Ball bounces around a little bit, but not far enough for Richardson to advance. And Brunner steps back in as McLean evens the count at 2. That bounces in, full count. And Richardson can end up at third base with less than 2 outs. So Brunner here tasked with choking up and putting the ball in play to give his team a 1-run lead here early. Or pass the baton. And that's what he does. So Brunner's on with a walk. And Connor Vanderheiden, or Vanderheiden. If you're listening on the Mississippi side and I mispronounced that, pop your head in here and correct me. And I know you will, and I appreciate that. It's the first time I'm seeing this young man. It's either Vanderheiden or Vanderheiden. High socks, pants above the knees. The runner's going to take off. Uh-oh. They're looking him back. And he's still second after a 1-0 pitch. Now there's 2 in scoring position. Nobody down. Little dribbler foul. Wide of the third base coach. I presume that's Coach Barrett Coco down there. He's the manager of the squad. Assistants Chris Tran and Stefan Richardson. So McLean in a little no-out jam here early in this one. Pitch 14 coming. Popped up. Foul territory out of play as you hear it crash on one of the awnings here at Tinsley Athletic Complex. It's a fairly new facility and one that works perfectly for tournaments like this. That misses, and the runner is headed home, and he slides in there safely. And Mississippi is going to score them both on a wild pitch. So Texas falls behind 2-0 here early. As 2 runs come across on a wild pitch. And it's 2-2 now to Vanderheiden. And that's hit hard to the shortstop. Backhanded, cleanly thrown over. Nice play. It's Justice Dean out there at shortstop with the put away. So 1 down, and Aiden Hathorn steps in. Looks like Hawthorne, but there's no W in there. Aiden's wearing number 21 and playing first base for this Mississippi squad. 1 down now. Pitch number 17 coming. And that bounces in. Ball number 1. And the 1-0 misses the zone. Again, Texas looking to remain undefeated. Mississippi, their tournament ends with a loss here. And that's in there for a strike. And if you're wondering why the camera out behind the pitcher looks a little different than the other shots, the orientation of this field means it is staring directly at the sun until it gets up above where the umbrella out there is covering it. It's just going to look like it looks. Can't imagine you're complaining about that, but if you are, I ain't going to hear it. 3-1 coming now to Haythorne. Because I'm not checking the comments. I know better. 2 in, only 1 down. Swung on and miss. The count is even. And for your sake, you don't want me in there either. Full count pitch coming to Haythorne. Malik McLean about to throw pitch number 22. And it's driven to the second baseman. Fields it on a couple hops. No. He boots it. So fielding error is going to allow Haythorne to reach with 1 out. So, rough start defensively for Texas early in this one. But, just like the Texas squad yesterday, they'll have their opportunity to get their feet underneath them. And the goal now is to make sure things aren't too far out of hand before they get that chance. And Haythorne is going to advance to second on another ball that ends up at the backstop. 1-0. Pitch number 24 coming from McLean. And they can throw 40 pitches and still be available for a potential championship game tomorrow. Or 75 total for the day. Once he crosses 40, he's done for the tournament, since the potential championship game tomorrow would be early. So 2-1 pitch coming now from McLean. This is John Fisher Breland at the plate. And it's 3-1 now. Ball 4. So Breland's going to take his base. And that's going to be it. Mound visit number 2. All right, so we're going to have a new pitcher. Let's see if I can get a number on this young man. It is Goff, number 15. It's going to be Kyron Goff. He's going to come in from center field and try to get this Longview team out of a jam here in Mississippi. The squad out of Hattiesburg put up 2 quickly here. And then with 1 out, put a couple on. First 2 runs of the game scored on a passed ball or a wild pitch. I'm not the official scorer. I'm not even sure if they keep track of that particular statistic here at the 10U level. So unofficially, McLean's going to leave with around 27 pitches and will be available to throw a couple more if he has to play this afternoon or again in a potential championship game tomorrow.
How y'all doing? How you doing?
Okay. And while Goff throws his warm-up tosses, we'll talk about the Diamond Youth Baseball organization. It's an all-volunteer youth baseball program. There are no paid officials here. From the national level all the way down through the district level, all of the officials serve out of love for their communities and the children that participate in the program. Join them by volunteering to help at dybusa.org or message the page you're watching this on and tell them you'd like to help. Andrew Kelly drives one into shallow center field or right field, and it's going to fall. Run number 3 is going to score as the throw in is sailed high. And an RBI single makes this a 3-0 game.
Now batting Cray Elsie.
Cray Elsie steps in. And Cray's got a chance to drive in a couple more if he can find a hole here. And it's hit up the middle. Oh, tough play. The runner had to stop so it didn't hit him. Got right in front of the shortstop. It went between the runner's legs at second. The shortstop couldn't see it, and it's in center field. Just bad luck. And it is 5-0. Shows bunt. Coco's at the plate. Takes it inside, and the runner's way off of second base, but there's nobody there behind him. So Cray Elsie will be credited with an RBI single. Second run scores on the throw. And Cash Coco steps in. He is showing bunt again, and it's 2-0 now. So 5 runs across here in the top of the first inning. Texas needing to settle things down a little bit here. A long way to go in this one. 5 runs isn't a whole lot in this particular format. But once you start getting into the 6, 7, 8 range, the climb becomes a little tougher. Strike 1 called as Goff gets the 3-0 over. And it's 3-1. Let's see if Coco shows bunt again. That's ripped foul. And if you're having trouble finding the strike zone, and Coco steps in with a substantially smaller strike zone than the previous 2 hitters, that much more difficult. Coco didn't start this one in the field, but at some point he'll play at least a couple innings, but that's required. Strike 3 swinging. Goff got him on a pitch up and out of the zone. Strike 3. So Goff gets the second out of the inning for Texas and has a chance here to get him back in the dugout, only trailing by 5.
Hey, back up. We're supposed to be. Is it Canaan? Okay, all right. Okay, they got the wrong. Yeah, hey, they got the wrong thing. Hey, it's always good thing. Always good thing.
It's Cannon Myrick stepping to the plate. The first pitch to him is a strike. Had a minor delay there. I think the PA guy accidentally announced the wrong name, and the crowd thought that we might accidentally be accusing them of hitting out of order. We're not. 1-0 gets away. And the runner advances to third now. But 2 outs. Time to not worry about him and just make your pitch here from Goff and get your team back in the dugout.
Now batting number 44, Cannon Myrick.
1-1 coming. That misses the zone a little bit high. 2-1. There's a strike. So Goff comes back to even the count. The throw back there behind Elsie, but he dives back in time. And Myrick steps back in. Staring down a 2-2 count. Catches the corner, strike 3, and Texas heads back to the dugout. But not before Mississippi scores 5. We'll be back here in just a couple seconds for the bottom of the first inning here live in this AAA game here at 10U. Okay, I'm back with you. Bottom of the second coming here. So Goff gets a couple strikeouts to get out of a jam there in the top half of the inning. And on the mound for Mississippi is John Fisher Breland. Defense behind him as they throw down is Cannon Myrick out in left, in center field Maxwell Holmes, in right field Andrew Kelly. Third baseman is Cray Elsie. At shortstop is Connor Vander Heiden. Second baseman is Dallas Richardson. First baseman is Aiden Haythorne, and behind the plate is Brendan Brunner. Leadoff man for Texas, Justice Dean. The lefty swinging shortstop steps in. And Texas needing some base runners early. And the first pitch from Breland is in there for a strike. Hit hard to the first baseman. Fielded cleanly on a couple hops. One down. So 2 pitch out for Breland. And when you're spotted a 5 spot in the top half of the first, your goal is to just pound the strike zone. They can't beat you with solo home runs at this level. They can, but it's incredibly unlikely. First pitch to Johnny Escamilla, the second baseman. Misses low. And the second pitch of the at-bat is going to miss high. So Escamilla ahead 2-0. There's a strike. Now I'll remind you again, we're early in this one. Click share and let some folks know where they can watch some 10U AAA DYB World Series baseball this morning. I think it's Tuesday. I'm not sure. I've been here for 15 consecutive days. They're all running together at this point. But we might declare a winner in this age bracket today, or we might have to play tomorrow. We'll figure that out as the next couple hours progress. Either way, it'll be live here for you on the DYB official Facebook page. We've moved over the championship and late games for all the other age levels to the live stream fields to bring to you. And strike 3 swinging. 2 up, 2 down for Texas. And Malik McLean comes to the plate with 2 down here in the first. And again, this is Texarkana game day / Longview game day in conjunction with Diamond Youth Baseball. bringing these live streams. Not sure what the live streams look like before, or even if they existed before, but make sure you let them know what you think. Strike one. Good pitch from Breland. It is 1-1. Grounded to the shortstop. Fielded cleanly. Play made it first. So 3 up, 3 down for Texas. And we're going to head to the second. Mississippi still leads Texas 5-0.
Maxwell, it's time. It's time.
Take your place, Maxwell.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Alabama number 23, Graham Shapolo.
Time it up, Max. Time it up. Right here. Right here. Come on, big 2-4. Come on. Come on, you got it. 1-2.
And here we go with the top of the second. Ground out on the first pitch. So Kyron Goff gets Maxwell Holmes on one pitch. And Logan Green is going to step in with one down. Strike one. Okay, yeah, so that solves that problem. There's a strike. It's 0-2 now. So Goff back out in the second. And it appears the Texas pitching has settled down just a little bit. We're making our way back to the strike zone. 0-2 coming. Curveball swung on and missed. Good pitch there. And Goff has seen two batters here in the second and retired them both. And Dallas Richardson steps to the plate. The first pitch to Richardson for Goff is swung on. 0-1. He holds off for the first ball of the inning. And Richardson got it started here with a line drive single in the left to lead off the game. Proceeded to score a run on a wild pitch a few pitches later. And the 1-1 misses away.
This is the first hydration break. Teams please.
That's hit well into left field. And it's way back there over the left fielder's head. And Richardson's going to turn and head to third. Uh-oh, they got him with a good throw here, and he's going to run down. And an out erase on the bases, so the double turns into the third out of the inning, but Texas is going to come back here for the bottom of the second, still trailing by 5. You're watching the DYB AAA World Series live on the official DYB Facebook page.
Leading off, number 3, Brady Holden.
All right, it is the bottom of the second. And Brady Holden, the first baseman, steps in for Texas. Things have settled down a little bit here after a rough first half inning on the defensive side of things. And it's 1-0 to Holden. And reminder, Texas is the only remaining undefeated. Oof! Is that a foul ball or that hit him? It looks like it clipped him, but he's okay. Holden's going to trot down to first to lead off base runner for Texas. Anyway, I'll finish the thought. Texas is the only undefeated team here in this level over in Bossier. So a loss here doesn't end their season, but it does make the road a little bit trickier to a title.
Now batting Tanner Tyson.
They've yet to face the pressure of an elimination game. That gets away. And Holden's going to trot into second base without a throw. And Tanner Tyson, the catcher, is at the plate. Two and 0. So hitters count here for the 5-hole hitter for Texas, and he's ahead 3-0. So if Texas can find a way to put a couple more on here, things get a little bit more interesting here early, and head coach Barrett Coco is going to make his way out to the mound and have a chat with his infield and see if he can keep things from beginning to spiral. And we saw yesterday in the Texas-Florida game, both teams with a first-inning hook of their starters. And it worked. Things settled down, and we had a tie game headed into the 6th. And Florida, Spring Hill advances and send home the Ozone 12U Longview team at it, representing Texas. So it looks like we're ready now for the 3-0 pitch here in the bottom of the second. Leadoff man reached and made it to second on a wild pitch. And Tyson steps in with a 3-0, and we'll have the take sign here. And he takes a strike on the inside corner. The runner takes off, and he's going to score, it looks like. on a wild throw. So Texas on the board. Creating some havoc on the bases out there is Holden. And Tyson steps back in. Started at a 3-1 count from Breland, now trailing by 4. And he takes that pitch outside corner, strike 2. Now the count is full. And again, these are 9 and 10-year-olds. Popped into left field. It's going to be a tough play, and it falls in front of the left fielder. So back-to-back base runners reach for Texas. Still nobody down here in the second. And it looks like the runner would have scored from third either way. No harm, no foul for the Mississippi squad. I mean, other than the run coming across, but that was happening either way. Sutton Cates steps in here, and Sutton's playing left field for Texas this morning. He fouls the first pitch of the at-bat straight back into the net, and it's 0-1. And I've said it every broadcast for the Ozone tournament, but for some reason on this particular field, if something strange is going to happen today, it's going to happen here, and the games are going to come down to the final at-bat, every single one of them. Sutton Cates now falls behind 0-2. He steps back in the box and gonna have to shorten up the swing here. Can't take anything close. And that's taken for a ball. I believe we had a runner down there for Tyson. Looks like Malik McLean, but I'm not sure. Uh-oh. Driven to the third baseman. He catches it in the air. Had a shot to double off the runner at first, but he didn't stray too far. So, Eladio goes by Ellie. Rios steps in. Didn't start the day in the field. He'll play 2 innings at some point as they throw down and check on the runner at first. And again, I think that's number 13, Malik McLean down there, but I can't see the back of his jersey. The 0-1 misses. And again, I'll remind you again, click share if you're watching. We'd like to get as many people as we can watching this young man Tuesday morning. 1-1 pitch coming to Rios. Texas scored 1 already. Looking to get back in this game. And a reminder, after this inning, we'll have a 5-minute hydration break. And that misses. Runner takes off, and he's out. If they make the tag, oh, he comes back and gets him. That's only 2 outs. So the second out of the inning comes via the caught stealing. I think it's a full count. I'm not sure. We're going to wait to catch the umpire. 3-1, he says. So that was a pickoff move. Rios now with nobody on and 2 outs here. Strike 2. The count's full now. All right, full count pitch coming. 2 outs here in the second, and that's 3-hopper to the third baseman. Fields it cleanly and throws over. And that's going to be it for the hydration break. We'll see you in about 5 minutes. You're watching Mississippi versus Texas here live from Bossier City, Louisiana.
Resume play.
Hey, Bitty B!
Okay, we have been given the go-ahead to resume play here in the third. And the photographer must not have ever seen a 10U baseball game because he is in grave danger right now and appears to be unaware as he crouches behind the plate for some warm-up tosses. And I'm going to laugh hysterically if that camera's ruined. I know that man.
Ready? How many more you need? Got you, baby.
Let's see who's up here for Mississippi out of Hattiesburg. It is Brendan. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Brendan Brunner. Richardson doubled last inning and made it out on the bases, trying to stretch it to 3. So Brunner, the catcher, is going to step in. And he reached via the walk what feels like hours ago in the first inning. So here we go.
Leading off number 22, Brendan Brunner.
And Goff is back out on the mound for Texas. And here we go. And that misses low. Ball number 1. Appreciate you tuning in from wherever you're watching. Click share. And let's get as many folks watching these young men as possible. 2 good-looking pitches, but they missed the zone a tad low. And it's 2-0 now to Brendan Brunner. That catches the zone. And it's 2-2 now.
Let's go, Cobb!
And the count is full. So the count's full now to Brunner. Goff is set with the full count pitch. Pitch number 27 coming here. Fouled out of play. And we'll come back and do it again here. And again, we are in Bossier City, Louisiana at the 2024 Diamond Youth Baseball World Series. Small little break here while the left fielder ties his shoe out there. We're good. Here we go. Full count pitch here. Mississippi looking for a leadoff base runner in the top of the third. And another foul ball. Same pitch, same swing, same foul ball. Full count pitch coming. It's driven up the middle. Gonna be a tough play. Shortstop lays out for it, makes it, throws from his knees, and he got him. Wow. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at Justice Dean out there at shortstop.
Number 8, Connor Vanderheiden.
One down here. Brunner made him work for it, though. And the first pitch to Connor Vanderheiden misses low, and it's ball 1. Shortstop backhands that one, slides to a knee and throws over. Goodness gracious. Got a gold glove winner out there at shortstop for Texas.
Haffner.
Those are back-to-back. A couple of the most impressive defensive plays I've seen in my 2 weeks of doing this. A 10-year-old out there playing defense like peak A-Rod. Here we go. 2 quick outs here now. Strike number 1. 2 hard-hit balls. And in a lot of cases, those get through for singles. It's bad luck for Mississippi. That's driven up the middle, and guess what? Dean's there. Fields that one and makes it a much easier play, and 3 up, 3 down, all 3 ground outs to the shortstop. So pretty quick. Top of the third here. We're going to head to the bottom half here in just a second. Texas still trails Mississippi 5-1.
Well, it's happening what you said you want to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we got to make something happen.
Yeah.
Just chip away. And
That's
that's
it.
Chip away.
John Fisher Breland back out of the mound here for Mississippi. Get things started in the bottom of the third.
Number 7, Chewy Aranda.
So Chewy Aranda steps in, and I'm not sure how the last inning ended. I missed that, but it was Eladio Rios made the final out of the inning. So Chewy steps in, playing third base for this Texas squad. That's hit up the middle. Shortstop to his left with a good play. Wow. Okay. Connor Vanderheiden out there at shortstop. Anything you can do, I can do better. So back to back to back to back. Ground balls to the shortstop, all fielded cleanly and thrown over, 3 of them from the defender's knees. Strike 1, swinging. This is Holman Payne. And he swings at that and fouls it back. Strike 2. Had a Payne on the Longview team at 12U yesterday, and I saw that young man out here, so I suspect this is little brother. Not going to go through the trouble of asking. 0-2 now. That's fouled back. And again, a reminder, this is an elimination game or potential elimination game for this Mississippi squad. They lost 1 game to South Carolina 9-4. Texas, the only remaining unbeaten team here in the 10U AAA division. As the 0-2 misses. One hopper to the pitcher, fielded cleanly, and he's going to underhand it to first. 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the third.
How about in number 10, Jude Holder?
So Jude Holder, I'm sorry. He steps in, facing Breland for the first time. First pitch to Holder. Misses low. And that is 38 or 37 pitches unofficially for Mississippi pitcher. And that is dribbled foul, 1-1. Wait till after this pitch.
39 pitches, Mississippi.
Pitch number 39 from Breland. Bounces in there. And if he's going to be available for any potential games tomorrow, this will be his last pitch. But again, you got to get there for that to matter. So wouldn't surprise me if Coach lets him go if he thinks this is his best shot to win.
40 pitches, Mississippi.
And he's going to blow past that. Here comes pitch 41. And he's it results in a 2-out walk.
Now batting number 15, Kyron Golf.
So Mississippi is going to ride the arm of John Fisher Breland into tomorrow if things go to plan. Final hitter in the order, 11 spot, comes up Kyron Goff. He came in on the mound to settle things down for Texas. He takes the first pitch low. And if Kyron can find a way on base, the top of the order, and Justice Dean will come to the plate with 2 outs, and he's ahead 2-0. And the Mississippi head coach, Barrett Coco, comes out and talks to the infield. And no way to know what he's saying, but I suspect it's something to the effect of, hey, throw some strikes, trust your infield defense, you got a 4-run lead. So here we go with the 2-0 to Goff now. Texas trailing by 4. That's, oh, the second baseman's head into the right field, or center fielder falls down, and both runners, wild throw to the plate, but doesn't get too far away. So now Texas has got something cooking here with 2 outs.
Now batting number 99.
The leadoff man, Justice Dean, ground out sharply his first time up. And Justice has a chance here if he can get into something and drive a couple home. The first pitch is high. So the 10-11 guys in the order do their jobs and get on base for the top half. Wild pitch, but not wild enough to score run number 2. The lefty swinging shortstop, who we just saw make a couple incredible plays in the field, has got a chance to do some work with the bat here. 2-0 pitch coming, ideal spot for a hitter. And that misses high. So Breland's in danger of putting 3 in a row on. The 2-hole hitter, Escamilla, on deck. And again, I haven't seen a young man with a green light all week. We'll see if that changes for Dean. It does not. 3-1. Three-one pitch from Breland to Dean, and it misses. Mississippi fans want to know where that was. Good-looking pitch. They're calling the batter back. Did he call it a strike? It appears he called that a strike and didn't signal or say strike. So everybody in the ballpark confused. We're coming back. Full count pitch now to Dean. And he's set now. And Breland steps off. Runners on second and third here. 2 outs, big spot for Justice Dean early in this one. Strike 3 called, outside corner. Breland gets out of a jam. We're going to head to the top of the 4th here in just a couple seconds. Texas still trails Mississippi 5-1 here, live from Bossier City, Louisiana. Okay, Goff back out of the mound here for Texas in the top of the 4th inning. 33 pitches into his outing. And this young man has done his job. He came in
Leading off number 5, John
under some
Fisher-Breland.
tough circumstances and started throwing strikes and kept his team in the ball game. And the pitcher for Mississippi, John Fisher Breland's going to step in to lead things off here for the squad here in the 4th. And John Breland reached his first time up via the walk. Mississippian white, trimmed in baby blue with pinstripes. Not sure if you can see them on the stream. Really sharp uniforms. Some of the states use their professional baseball teams' jerseys or their prominent college. Mississippi's gone a different direction, and I like it. That's a little soft liner to the first baseman.
Batting Andrew Kelly.
One down.
Let's go, boys. Get it together.
Texas rocking some form of the Texas Ranger unis with the baby blue hats. Andrew Kelly steps in. First pitch looks like a little breaking ball from Goff.
37
Disappointed
pitches,
that was
37 pitches.
out of the zone high. He thought it looked good. Big swing. So pitch 39 unofficially coming for Goff. Driving up. Uh-oh. That's a single up the middle. Just past the glove of Goff. And Kelly's on with a single. And Cree Elsie steps in. Runner's going to advance. And Cree hit a ball hard his last time up, or his first time up. It's 1-0, and the runner's going to take second on the wild pitch. And the Texas coach is going to approach the mound at the 40 pitch mark. And let's see if that does it for Goff. You'd like him available tomorrow because you're going to play potentially. That's when the championship would be if you can't win today. And that's going to make him unavailable for a potential championship game tomorrow. But if Texas can come back and win, he could possibly have a few pitches in a potential championship game tonight or this afternoon. And Elsie steps back in. That catches the corner. And Elsie, the 7-hole hitter here for this Mississippi squad, started the game playing third base. Strike 2. So the home plate umpire is giving these young men the inside part of the plate early in this one. That's a little too inside. Maybe a tad high. 2-2. You good here? Our PA guys working through a fantasy football draft while working this morning. I like it. 3-hopper to the second baseman, fielded cleanly and thrown over. 2 down. Runner advances to third.
Batting Cash Coco.
Little does he know. If you'd like for some advice, you got a long-time expert over here next to him. You want to give me your money in a redraft league? I'll shoot my email on air here in a minute. You got no shot. Little fly ball to left field. It's going to fall foul. 0-1. As Elsie grounds out, and this is going to be Cash Coco. Cash struck out his last at bat. He fouls another one out of play. It's 0-2. Again, Goff's got a chance to get out of another inning with Mississippi's score still at 5. They put up a 5 spot in the top of the first, and Goff has held them scoreless since. Breaking ball, he tried to come back and catch the inside part of the plate. I'm not the official scorekeeper, so I'm not sure how many of those runs were credited to the starting pitcher or against the starting pitcher. Popped up, not gonna be enough room. So Coco's gonna come back into the box, and we're gonna do the 1-2 again. For the crowd watching on Longview game day, the Lobo store's open. Get over there and buy some Lobo gear. Get a free keychain from game day. Hit hard and left. Oh, it gets past the left fielder. Run number 6 is going to score, and Coco is rounded first. He stopped between first and second, but he's in sliding now with an RBI single to left field. And they think he missed it. I think they're saying he missed first base. They're going to go tag the base. And if he did, that run's not going to count. Let's see. Ump says he did.
Batting number 44, Cannon Myrick.
So Cash Coco with an RBI. And Cannon Myrick steps in, and the Texas coach is going to have to talk. If this is a mound visit, that's 2, but he's walking past the mound, it looks like. Talk to the umpire.
Be a warrior up there. This is your time.
So Coach Bobby Dean made his peace with the call, heads back to the dugout. 5-run lead now for Mississippi. And they appeal it first, and he's safe. They say he touched the bag. Don't have the benefit of instant replay here in the DYB World Series, for obvious reason.
It's your time, baby.
These are 10-year-olds. Driven into right field. It's going to get out. Coco is being waved home. And he scores easily on an RBI single from Myrick. So a couple 2-out hits for this Mississippi squad extends the lead to 6. Maxwell Holmes steps in. Big rip. The first pitch fastball from Goff, and Maxwell is the center fielder for this Mississippi squad.
All you, Max. Let's go, Will. Mad Max here. Let's go. Let's go. Get him right here, Kyle.
Fouled out of play. So Max Holmes is behind 0-2 now. And the third base coach, not sure exactly what coach that is. I presume it's Coach Coco. If not, I apologize. He comes down and has a word with Max.
Got it. Maxwell right here. All you. All you. You got it. Big hit.
0-2 coming with 2 outs here. Mississippi's pushed across the 2-out runs, a couple of them. That misses away.
Good job.
And again, we do appreciate you tuning in.
Let's go.
I'm bringing this to you live from Bossier City, Louisiana. Click share. Foul out of play. And let some folks know where they can watch some early morning youth baseball here in the AAA 10U division of the DYB World Series. I'm Frank Sides of Longview Game Day. Just by pure chance, happen to be calling a Longview game here. Pop fly into right field. They can't see it. Oh, and it gets down. The runner. Uh-oh, we're going to have two runners on second base. They're going to throw over to third. And he slides in before the tag, so no harm, no foul. And that's going to go in the scorebooks as a double for home. He lost it in the sun. At least my scorebook it is.
Logan Green.
And with 2 outs for Texas here, things have began to unravel on, not necessarily on defense, just some good hitting from Mississippi. It is what it is. Strike on the outside part of the plate to Green. This is Logan Green. He struck out his last time up. Logan hits 11th in the order. Top of the lineup waits on deck. That's high. And we are in the 4th inning, so if for some reason Mississippi can push across 4 more with 2 outs here, it'll be over. Foul tip straight back. And the catcher took one off the arm, it looks like. So we're going to try to get a camera off of him while everyone takes a knee and they check on him. He looks like he's going to be okay. He's going to have to stand up and probably going to walk that off. What makes the Diamond Youth Baseball organization different? Well, one rule required is participation. During the season, every player on every team is required to play in every game. In World Series play, all players bat in a continuous batting order and play 2 innings on defense. Not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations require, and it allows each player to be an active participant in every game played by his team. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the children. They absolutely want to belong, and DYB makes sure they do that by enforcing this rule. We believe it's a step in the right direction, and that is the child's direction. It looks like the catcher, Tyson's going to be okay. Tanner's up and shaking it off. And Goff may get a couple warm-up tosses here. And you can't see from this shot, but the infield here is turf. The outfield is grass, so Tanner's got those little black rubber pellets all stuck to his left arm now. Personal experience, that's annoying. But not more annoying than being hit with a baseball. So Goff's going to take a warm-up toss, or a 2. And he'll throw pitch 61 whenever Green steps back in. And it appears that is happening now. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Ball 2. So if Green makes his way on and Dallas Richardson comes to the plate, he will represent the winning run. I think that's strike 3. No one knows. It's not. It's 2-2. I think that's strike 3. Okay, now they get it right. So we're going to walk off the field now. And either way, Texas was going to have to bat in the 4th. But we're coming back with the bottom of the 4th inning here live from Bossier City, Louisiana.
Whatever they pay, they make you say that.
Now batting number 2, Leo Dorsheimer.
Okay, bottom of the fourth now. And we're 1/2 inning away from another hydration break. And it looks like Breland, John Fisher Breland, is back out on the mound for this Mississippi squad. 25 pitches left in his day. If he can throw strikes, the team leading by 6. He's got a shot to go the distance here.
Now batting Johnny Escamilla.
And Johnny Escamilla steps in, second baseman for Texas. Lefty swinging second baseman takes the first pitch of the plate appearance outside for a ball. If you were tuning in from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, we really appreciate it. Completely understand why you can't be here today. Long ways away, and it's Tuesday at 10 o'clock in the morning. So we're glad to be able to bring this one to you. You can watch these young men attempt to stave off elimination. Good start so far. And that side of the plate again called a strike. And Breland gets closer to inching back into the count. Little dribbler to third baseman. He takes a couple steps over and makes the play. He's out. We've seen some quality infield defense in this one so far by both teams. Ground out by Escamilla. And that is Cree Elsie over there at third base with the play.
Now batting Malik McLean.
And Malik McLean steps in. He started this one on the mound for Texas. And Texas is at that point where they're needing some base runners. And a line drive to the shortstop. Another good play. He drops it, but throws down to first. Oh, no. That gets away, but McLean never made his way down to first base. And out number 2 comes on what I'm going to write down as a line out. Look at the scorebook. Who knows how they're going to score that? Doesn't matter to me. Brady Holden steps in. First baseman for Texas.
All right, kids, now's a good time to remind your parents that the snow cone stand upstairs is now open.
For those of you watching, the snow cone stand's open here in Bossier City. Another good play by the shortstop. Throw over in time. 3 up, 3 down for Texas.
5-minute heat break.
And a 5-minute hydration break coming before the top of the 5th inning. Texas trails Mississippi 7-1.
pitcher has 66 pitches.
Resume play.
All right. It looks like everybody is on their way to being hydrated. Exactly. Exactly. Or dehydrated. Mississippi's going to come to the plate this half inning. 6-run lead. Attempting to avoid elimination here in the first game of the day in the ozone level. There is an elimination going on next door, and I haven't been following the AAA tournament because I've been covering ozone all week, so I'm not sure. So I'm not sure how the next game is going to shake out, if one of these teams is going to get a bye or which one, or how they determine that. They either flip it or flip forward or determine it based on who's played fewer games and all that good stuff. And once the site updates, I'll be able to tell you. So if this result holds and the 3 remaining teams all have 1 loss, after this pitch from Goff is driven hard into left field. Deep, it gets over the left fielder's head. And we're going to have a leadoff triple. He's trying for third. Whoa. Leadoff man Dallas Richardson leads things off in the 5th with a triple. And that's going to make Brendan Brunner's job easy if he wants to drive in a run here. And he pops one up, flies it out to center. Way deep enough to score the run. We're going to have a throw home. No, we're not. He dropped it. Oh, no. So it's 8-1. Fly out to center field. Unable to convert it into an out. Connor Vanderheiden steps in. Runner on second. Nobody down. And the runner's going to advance to third on a wild pitch. So 1-0 now. And the lead is now 7. And Coach Bobby Dean is going to make his way to the mound. And he may be making a pitching change here.
South Carolina has been eliminated from the 2024 DYB Division I AAA World Series. South Carolina had a terrific season, and we enjoyed having them in Bossier City this week. At this time, we ask South Carolina to go to the outfield fence to retrieve their state flag. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for South Carolina.
Hey. He'll tell you what I said.
Okay, gonna have a new pitcher. Looks like 28, Eladio Rios. Goes by Ellie.
When your name is called, please go to the mound to receive your awards. Number 9, Colin Heeman.
Next game scheduled for 12 here on this field is an ozone game. That'll be ozone game number 21. And that will be between Georgia and Florida. Georgia is the only undefeated team left in the ozone division, and they'll face a scrappy Florida team. Fought off elimination on back-to-back games. Bunch of defensive changes for Texas. I have my headset on, so I'm not going to be able to hear the communications between the dugout and the press box here. But as I see them, I'll walk you through them. If I miss them, I miss them. 8-1 here, Mississippi leads. Runner on third, nobody down, and Connor Vanderheiden at the plate. Got a chance to drive in run number 9 with just about any ball put in play here. And again, Mississippi looking to avoid elimination here. And Rios is going to inherit a runner on third, nobody out situation, and 3-hole hitter at the plate. Ahead in the count, ripped hard to left field, and that gets over his head. Oh boy. It is 9-1, and Vanderheiden, ends up at third with a triple. And Mississippi starting to pour it on a little bit here. 9-1. First pitch triple. And Aiden Haythorne steps in. Now representing what could be the winning run for Mississippi. Throws over, checks on the runner. And if they can push across 2 more and have a 10-run lead, they can close it out in the bottom of the 5th. And it's 1-0 to Haythorne. And Haythorne in this one has reached on an error and grounded out. 0 for 2. Hits a curveball in the left field for a single. And it's 10-1. And it appears Mississippi is inching closer towards staying alive here. Runner's going to advance to second without a throw. And it's 1-0 to the hitter. Haythorne. I'm sorry, Breland. Haythorne just drove in a run with a single. So John Fisher Breland, the pitcher for this Mississippi squad today, takes a big swing at a ball inside. Tried to check, but couldn't. It's 1-1. Popped out of play. It's 1-2. Again, this is a potential elimination game for Mississippi, but leading by 9, start getting into the territory where you start thinking about how to set up your pitching for an elimination game a little later this afternoon. if you got to get there. And if the result holds here, all 3 teams left will have 1 loss, and they'll go into the control room and, for all intents and purposes, draw straws. And the team that draws a short straw walks into the championship game and waits to see who they will face between the other 2. And that will be played in the morning tomorrow on one of these 2 fields. It'll be live as well, as will the other game this afternoon. Full count pitch coming. Hit hard into left field. Are they going to send him? No. Good throw in. And another single for Mississippi. The Bats are starting to turn it on here late. It's 10-1. Runners on the corners. Nobody down. And Andrew Kelly steps in. And Andrew is... it's 2 for 2. RBI single in the first and a single in the third. Or fourth, I'm not sure. Can't remember. But I know he's got a couple of them. And if he can find a way with the infield back to hit a ball up the middle and play somewhere, they'll lead by 10 and have a chance to close it out. And that misses. The runner's going to take off. They're going to throw down. And the runner's going to come home and try to score. And he beats the throw. It gets away. He's going to tag the plate again. It's 11-1. So now they've got to make sure that they meet. Both teams have met the requirement of having each player in the game in the field for 2 innings before this becomes official. I'm not 100% sure up on the rules how that works if Texas hasn't. Just been informed that if the 10-run rule is instituted, it only matters if the team that won had all their players play 2 innings in the field. Otherwise, you could have some stall tactics by the other team, trying to keep their team alive by not reaching the requirements. 2-1 pitch, driven up the middle of the shortstop. Clean play made. And no, it's not a clean play made. Another error on defense for the Texas squad, and there's 2 on with nobody out here. And Cray Elsie steps in, takes a curveball up around his face. He dives out of the way. Cray hit a hard single his first time up, drove in a run, and struck out his second time. And the runners are going to advance on a wild pitch, so a couple more in scoring position now. And it's 1-0 to Elsie. Two-0. Ooh, it hit him in the helmet. A glancing blow, but Elsie's going to take his base on the hit by pitch. And Cash Coco steps in. We are 1 hour and 43 minutes into this stream. And whenever this ends, if it makes it past 11, we're going to have to wait till at least 2 hours after it ends to start the next one of this level, because you got to have a 2-hour break between games if you're playing the first one. First pitch to Coco misses outside. Big rip at that one. It's strike one. It's 1-1 now. Texas, it appears, unless they put on a huge charge here in the 5th, is going to take their first loss of the tournament and force a 3-way, 1-loss tie to decide this one in the AAA level. And it's just one of those days that you see on the baseball field occasionally. A good team just let things spiral early. But because it's double elimination, they're still alive. They're going to get a chance to come back and win this tournament. And could, in theory, with a loss and a coin flip going their way, back their way into a championship matchup tomorrow without having to play this afternoon. Cash Coco steps back in, 1-2 here. Bases loaded, nobody out. And that gets away. And it doesn't get away far enough for run number 12 to come across.
Let's go, Cash.
2-2 now. Strike 3 swinging. So Rios gets out number 1 and is a step closer to get his team back in the dugout, trailing by 10. If they're down by 10 and can find a way to scratch a run across, they get to stay alive. Once we get 11, 12, 13 range, it obviously becomes a bit more difficult. We're going to have a runner now at third, it looks like, as Cash Coco makes his way to the dugout, and the pitcher Breland has ran for at third. A little more speed down there at third base, and Cash is looking for the first pitch he sees to bounce in there to try to score run number 12. Foul straight back. This is Cannon Myrick. And Cannon is behind 0-1 here versus Rios. And the young man today drove in a run his last time up with a single and has struck out. He takes the 0-1 high. Hit to the second baseman. Going to go to second with it. Go back over to first, not in time for the double play. And run number 12 comes across on the fielder's choice. And Texas trails 12-1. And we're going to have runners in the corners now with 2 down. And Maxwell Holmes is up. Last plate appearance reached with a double. Unofficially scored a double here. It was a shallow fly into right that they lost in the sun. And the first pitch to Max is, I believe, called a ball. I wasn't paying attention to the umpire. I'm looking at 3 or 4 different computer screens over here. It's 1-0. Big swing at that pitch. It's 1-1 now. Max a little frustrated with himself. And the 1-1 misses. 2-1. And again, one last time, we really appreciate you tuning in. For the rest of the tourney, the rest of these AAA games will be live streamed right here. And wild pitch. They're going to try to score run number 13. Oh, and it's in there in front of the tag. Rios thought he made the tag, but he got a foot in. 13-1 now. It's 3-1 to Holmes. Runner out on second in scoring position with 2 down here. Popped up. Pitcher calls for it. Makes the play. And that's it for the top of the 5th. But Mississippi scores 6.
6 is your metric defensive requirements.
And we will see you back for the bottom of the 5th here in just a couple minutes. Breland is going to try to close this thing out and go the distance for Mississippi. Biggest spot of the season for this young man. It's an undefeated Texas team, and he is looking to go 5 one-run innings and keep his team alive. Looks like we're done over in the other field. No clue who won, but either way, they're going to have 1 loss. So Louisiana advances on field number 10. And with the Texas loss here, we'll have 3 teams with 1 loss. They'll flip for it. Winner of the flip is going to head to the championship game. The other 2 play this afternoon. First pitch from Breland here in the 5th bounces in. And he's effectively burned for the rest of the tournament. He's got 75 pitches to play with here. And Tanner Tyson steps in. And Tanner, he singled his first time up, and if you're Breland, you just got to throw strikes here. If you can find a way to get 3 outs before Texas scores 2 runs, or 3 runs, you advance and stay alive. But he's behind Tyson 3-0 here. Tyson had the take sign, took ball 4. And again, I've yet to see a young man in the 2 weeks I've been doing this be given the green light on 3-0. I didn't expect that to change down 12. So I didn't even need to show you the pitcher. Throw that one. And Sutton Cates stepped in, lined out softly to the third baseman a couple hours ago in the 2nd inning. Quick meeting at the mound. And Coach Coco has his infield set, and we obviously can't hear what he's saying, nor can we read his lips, but I bet he said something to the effect of throw some strikes and let's get out of here. So here comes Sutton Cates, runner on first, nobody down, and I don't think you can risk trying to steal bags here. I wouldn't worry too much about the runner on first base. 1-0 now. Big swing by Cates. And it is 1-1. One last time, I want to thank you guys for tuning in from Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and from Longview, Texas. I know it's Tuesday morning and you couldn't necessarily get over here. We'll keep you updated about who's playing when and where. And Cates gets ready to step back in for the 2-1, and Texas needing base runners and a ton of them. And Breland, pitch number 65. Swung on a miss. Cates took a big rip at that and evens the count at 2. Wind's starting to blow a little bit, but it's in today, and this field has played short the last 2 weeks with wind blowing out. Different ballpark today. Driven to the first baseman, fielded on 2 hops cleanly. And the play made, 1 down, but the runner's going to advance to third. And Eladio Rios steps in. His second time today. And Ellie came in on the mound for Texas to get him here to the 6th. First pitch from Breland. Driven up the middle. 1 hopper to the shortstop. And the run's going to score on the ground out. So Texas down to their final out. And it's going to be Chewy Aranda. Chewy started this one at third base for the Texas squad. Takes the first pitch in the dirt, or what would be dirt. Just brown turf here for ball 1. Ripped foul. 1-1. And Chewy grounded out back in the 3rd inning. One of the coach's son. This is Jesse Aranda's his young son. And strike 2. So Texas down to their final strike in this one. Only undefeated team in the tournament, a strike away from joining the other 2 teams with 1 loss. And Mississippi, on the other hand, is a strike away from remaining alive. And it's a 3-hopper to the third baseman, fielded cleanly. And he holds on to it. That's it. Hattiesburg, Mississippi stays alive. And an hour and 55 minutes into this one, we're going to call it a day, or a morning. We're going to come back here for a noon game in the Ozone level. We really appreciate you tuning in. Again, the rest of the way here, the AAA games, the 10U squads are going to be live streamed for you. You have been watching the DYB and Texarkana Game Days presentation of the Ozone World Series. I'm Frank Sides for our camera people and the scorekeepers who I've never met.